right, you guys, podcast time.
Chew. It's quieter.
Fucking podcasting right now.
Chew quieter.
And now, to the podcast studio.
We're back with another Chew Quieter. Armando is back. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you. Week off is a crazy whirlwind week off, but back in office and trying to get my shit together, and hopefully we're a little better. We got some new equipment in my side of this. It's actually matches better to what yours is. So hopefully I don't sound like I'm a tin can anymore.
Yeah, you sound great.
Oh, good.
You sound so good. Like, oh my God.
Can I put a filter on this so I don't have to hear my own damn voice? Maybe I can listen a little more than just Angel and Diesel.
Well, I'll see if I could put auto-tune on yours.
Okay.
See how that sounds?
Yeah, can you just kind of make me sound like, let's see, who do I want to sound like?
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, no.
Family.
Who do I want to sound like? That's a good question. Let me think about that one. Maybe just Peter Griffin.
Oh, God. I must have sounded like shit last week because I was fucking drunk.
It was funny. I couldn't tell, but I've only gotten to about 45 minutes into the episode. And then I had to pause.
Yeah, so,
my kid's been having more problems with that fucking Jeep.
So about an hour in, I think I was already 3 or 4 pours of whiskey into the show.
Nice.
And so I didn't have anything to eat that day, which was a mistake.
That'll help it out.
I knew I was going to drink, and I should have eaten something, but it was a busy day at work, and I just did not have time to break for a snack or lunch or anything else. And I paid the price.
Were you hurting the next day?
Yeah. Yeah. I was slurring my words like a motherfucker.
Like I said, I got to about 45 minutes so far. So as soon as we're done, I'm going to sit and watch the rest of it and get some stuff done.
Yeah. It's it gets kind of funny.
It was already funny.
Yeah. Yep. It was. Yeah. Angel's a good dude.
Yes.
He's my spirit animal.
Yeah. No, definitely a great feeling. I'm sitting here going, damn, I need to be out of here more often. This is more entertaining than just listening to myself. I'll actually watch the show now. I'll actually listen and watch if I'm not on it. So it's okay. We're good.
So where'd you go last week?
So ended up father-in-law's house. He's northeast North Carolina. So went up there for a few days, visited some family that we had never met. Strange story with that one. It's actually a really cool story, and I will get to the full thing of that. My father-in-law got married a few years ago, moved from California to North Carolina. His wife has a son, and he has a family, so we had a family day with them. We had a family day with Kim's cousin. We went out to Outer Banks and to Kitty Hawk, saw the Wright Brothers Museum and the first flight run and that whole thing. And for me, anything transportation is I'm in. Give me a plane, give me a train, give me a bus, give me a car, truck, motorcycle. Doesn't matter if it's something that is vehicle related. Some sort of transportation. I am 100% there, and I want to go see the origins and everything. So that's definitely a bucket list hitter for me. And what I didn't even think about is that Kitty Hawk is right at Kill Devil Hills, which is the home to Gravedigger, the great Dennis Anderson from Gravedigger. Yeah. So there's like a Gravedigger location just a little out of town now. And there's like a Gravedigger cafe and all that. We didn't have time to do that, but definitely that would be a cool stop for me, being one of my all-time monster truck heroes is Gravedigger, and Dennis Anderson as the driver.
I've only been to one monster truck rally, and that was at the LA Coliseum. Must have been around 1988, 89.
And Dennis Anderson was probably out there, or was it a Bigfoot era?
It was the Bigfoot.
It was
era.
A Bigfoot era.
Yeah.
So Gravedigger was probably still coming up about then. I remember they used to do that. It was monster truck one weekend and then supercross the following weekend. Since they had the dirt out there, and I know that we used to always go to the dirt supercross track up there. But the other thing they did out there was the Ivan Stewart's the off road challenge with the indoor stadium trucks. And he used to fly down that Coliseum, like come off the top and just fly down. That was a cool show.
Yeah. Sunday.
Yep. You got it. So, just great. Got to go to a Civil War site, a battle site in Bentonville, and do the tour, see some of the history of that. I'm just kind of really getting a lot more into like the full aspect of war. Never been a real history guy until I go and visit a place and start getting on where you're actually sitting there. Then it actually makes sense. In a book, I'm out. I'm just like filling through a book and I'm just out. But if I can go to the site and then read more after, at least I have some familiarity with the site and I can see and hear and smell things from there. It actually adds to what I can do to learn. It's the whole reason I don't have a college degree is because that's sitting in the classroom with a book is not what helps me to learn. I need to go out and see it and I'll read and learn and study and do whatever I need to do. It's just can't do it from a book.
Yeah. There's a battleground in Murfreesboro also that I didn't live very far from at all.
Yeah. I stay in the hotel right there, right down the street from that battlefield. And I've never gone.
Yeah. I never went. I still want to go. Every time I'm like, I should go. I'm not doing anything this weekend. I should just go because they don't charge anything to get in. It's just you go in.
Yeah. It's a couple bucks donation for the museum, whatever here and there, but that's it.
Yeah. But one of the ideas I had was to go when it was. It's probably why I haven't gone yet. Is because I wanted to go when it was like really foggy, and do some really low drone flying over tombstones and over some of the cannons and whatever else they have still left out there, and just take like really cool ominous type video.
Yeah, that would be definitely cool.
But usually when it's foggy and cool, I'm just like too much of a pussy to go out there because it's too cold.
Yeah, that was cold. It's cold and foggy. I don't want to go out there.
It's cold, man.
I really need to go out there when it's cold and foggy, but it's too cold and foggy. I don't want to go out there. That was it was fun. I was saying Kim's cousin. So Kim's cousin is I think he's at 21 years in the Army. He's he's charge of a bunch of stuff out there and training. Most of it is special ops stuff that he can't really tell you about. Or else he'd have to drown you in the swimming pool.
Yeah.
So, funny thing is, Kim's met her cousin in person. So Kim grew up in Southern Cal. Her family is all from the Buffalo area. So all her dad's parents and brothers and siblings all grew up in Buffalo. Her dad moved out to California when he joined the Marines. His sister, her cousin's mother, moved to Florida. So her cousin grew up in Florida. So everyone's from all over the country. So they rarely saw or were visiting the same time to grandma's house. So she might have met her cousin maybe twice when she was younger, and then a third time when she was about 21 at her uncle's wedding. That was 1997, the last time she's seen her cousin. So hadn't heard from him, hadn't seen from him, hadn't really she knew her cousin was in the military. She wasn't sure where. But about 12 years ago, she gets a message in Facebook, and it's her cousin. He's like, "Hey, this is Matt, your cousin. Came across you from someone your husband knows." I'm like,
wow.
What? So she goes, yeah. So he sends her a picture of this guy, Dan Ehrman, who I worked for his dad when I first came to off-road side selling skid plates at a Sphere 4x4. His dad was the owner of the company, and him and I worked side by side doing different stuff. We'd gone to shows, we'd gone to EJS and stuff like that together. He joined the military and was out in Afghanistan on tour, and her cousin and him just were sitting in main either lunchroom or something somewhere. And he's like, yeah, I got a cousin that lives in Phoenix. Her name is Kim. He's like, huh, I have a friend Armando that his wife's name is Kim. And he's all, really? And then they popped up on Facebook, looked up my name, and then saw her. He's like, holy fuck, that's my cousin.
Wow.
So someone that we moved to Phoenix and just happened to meet from a job that I took happened to just join the military, and it just happened to be in the same area with her cousin, and just one thing led to another, and just it's weird, just weird. So
that's crazy.
So yeah, so it was really crazy. That story is just like, whoa, fuck. You just, that small world. But yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, almost the same thing happened with you and I with Kim. We went to the same high school,
Mm-hmm.
a couple of years apart, but we didn't realize that until afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then recently my mom found out that your side of the family knows a lot of my mom's or my mom is friends with a lot of your side of the family.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we didn't know that.
I never put the two together, that they were so close. I was thinking that they're in Los Nietos, so they're a different area than Whittier, but it's just another couple blocks that are just right there. And I never put the two together, and I should, because I know my cousins went to Pioneer. So it's just okay.
Yeah, Los Nietos is only like a square mile.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, it's not even a real city. It's like it's just a division of Los Angeles, right? It's an unincorporated area of Los Angeles.
Something like that. I mean, it's technically Whittier. The mailing address there is Whittier.
Yeah, but
the neighborhood is Los Nietos.
Yeah, so I think it's just unincorporated, because they don't really have a city hall. They don't have a police department. They borrow a zip code. Yeah, one of those weird things.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was good. Yeah, it was a busy trip. I got back last night. I think I got in my bed about 12:30 this morning, and then got up this morning at 6:30. Alarm went off, trying to get everything together, and
You're dragging ass, weren't you?
I'm dragging ass today, big time. I'm trying to get everything done, so I'm a little slow, but it's getting done.
Nice. You're about to go on another trip too, to EJS, Easter Jeep Safaris, this week.
Yes.
Why do you say it like that?
Are
you just not looking forward to it?
I don't know if I'm going right now.
Oh, really?
I had some other things going on. JP changed. I was supposed to go do the rock crawler booth for JP, but JP couldn't find a way to extract himself and be there. So he was like, I'm just going to stay the whole week. I don't need you up there. So I was like, okay. And then we have some other stuff going on. My dad just had his pacemaker put in a couple weeks ago. I probably need to go out there, and Easter coming up. So there's a bunch of things right now that are like up in the air. So I'm trying to sort all this out to figure out if I'm actually going up or not. Worst case scenario is I leave Saturday morning and come home Sunday afternoon or Monday afternoon, one of the two.
So you go just for the Patriot Grill?
Just go for Patriot Grill, yeah.
And beef jerky?
No, the beef jerky there is gone downhill.
Really?
Yeah, last couple of years I've gone in there, and they used to use either a flap or a flank, and the last couple of times I've used round, and the round just doesn't do it for me. It's too tough. It doesn't break away. It doesn't do what jerky's supposed to do. So I've been out on it. Flavor's good, but texture and effective edibility is down.
What about a breakfast burrito from what's that place called?
Gilberto's.
Gilberto's,
Yes.
It's the only place in that city that's really worth going to for food. That other Mexican restaurant is okay. They have huge portions, but the food is a little bland.
Yeah, it's definitely catered to the white palate there.
Yeah.
There's one place at the opposite end of town, out by Arches. It's a Mediterranean place that's really good.
Really?
Yeah, if you like Mediterranean food, that Mediterranean place on the other side is good. There's a couple new places in town that we tried a couple years ago. There's a barbecue place on the backside. That was pretty good.
I know there's a lot of people that go there, but for some reason, I think Zach's is just highly overrated.
Yeah, no, it's just bar food.
Yeah.
It's okay bar food. It's nothing great, and and everyone knows how I feel about pasta and Italian food. So, pasta J's is a 100% no for me.
I tried it one time, and it was almost like just noodles and ketchup.
It's like the spaghetti factory. Everyone like raves about this old spaghetti factory, and it's salty freaking tomato sauce. Yeah. So
since we're on the topic of food, we had a discussion last week, and we're talking about Whataburger versus In-N-Out, and there's people that were kind of, I posted this on my timeline, and people are just going back and forth with Whataburger is the same thing as Sonic. Whataburger is better than In-N-Out. And then someone mentioned Five Guys.
No.
And here's my problem with Five Guys. Burgers are not supposed to be soggy. French fries are not supposed to be soggy.
Yeah, no.
Your food at a burger place that's fast food is not supposed to cost you $30 for one person.
Yeah, a burger and fries shouldn't be $20 at a chow joint. But hey, you know what? Free peanuts. So how much of those peanuts are you really going to eat?
Yeah, fill up on the peanuts because you're going to need to.
I have this problem. I mean, In-N-Out's good enough for I need something quick. I don't want to spend a lot of money. It's cheap. It's okay for that. Is it good?
Yeah.
It's questionable. Is it great? It probably used to be way better if I think about it, but maybe just my taste has changed. I don't know. But
no, I think you're right. When we were kids, it used to be a lot better.
Yeah.
I went back recently. There was one in Colorado that I went to, and it was I was just not like that. Even the nostalgia was gone. Like I was just like, okay, it filled me up, but it wasn't that In-N-Out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's nothing like that. And I have one. There's one 10 minutes from my house here. So it's not like I can't get it all the time. It's not that we don't eat it probably more than anything out here, but only because it's a cheap meal if you're out and you don't want to come home and cook dinner and you don't want to spend $60 on either going into a restaurant or whatever. In-N-Out's always a great option. I think you can get 4 people can eat for under $35.
Yeah. And the hidden menu is actually not bad. I mean, I've gotten what my version of a patty melt, which is essentially the grilled cheese, but with the burger in it. Mm-hmm. It's not the greatest, but for some reason, it just hits different.
Yeah, like I said, it's not terrible. It's not, it's just terrible. And neither is Whataburger. Whataburger's not terrible. I just don't see the novelty and people like this love. I'm like, maybe it's the fact that I can get it. It's readily available. So I don't know.
And like Angel said last week, it's the Texans that are pushing it.
Okay, so
the Texans love their Whataburger.
Maybe it's better in Texas than it is here. Maybe I need to have it.
Maybe
I need to have it in Texas because where the In-N-Out is, 3 blocks away is the Whataburger, so I can get both and compare both. It's not like I can't go get both of them and then sit them here and do a side-by-side comparison. That's easy to do.
Need to do that.
But I like I said, I've eaten both of them. Neither one of them would be my first choice to even go grab a burger. There's
so I'm wondering if there really is a better taste in Texas, because when I was in Colorado and I had Chick-fil-A, it was not good. It was super dry. when I came to Tennessee and I had Chick-fil-A for the first time, I was like, oh my God, the flavor profile is completely different. The chicken is moist. It tastes better. There's more spice to the spicy chicken. So I don't know what it is about Chick-fil-A in the South being way better than in Colorado, but it is.
It's dry ass chicken to me.
Don't say that.
It's dry ass chicken.
You can't talk shit about the Lord's chicken.
Lord's chicken, any of those chicken places. If you're taking chicken off of a bone and just primarily using a breast piece and battering it and frying it, they're all. So I'm gonna just hate everybody. Chick-fil-A, Zaxby's.
Hold on a second. Whoa.
Raising Cane's. Raising Cane's.
Now you're out of bounds because Zaxby's is very close second to me to Chick-fil-A.
It's dry to me. I do not like chicken breast, and that's the thing.
You need to come to Tennessee and have it.
That's why I had Zaxby's.
Change your mind.
That's why I had.
Oh, stop!
I've only had Zaxby's on the East Coast.
You're out of control. So
we're getting a Zaxby's not too far from here, probably in the next 8 months to a year. Also found out from being in North Carolina that we're getting Bojangles. We're supposed to be opening 20 Bojangles restaurants.
Oh, yeah. I love Bojangles.
In Arizona coming up. So that was just announced like over the week while we were eating Bojangles in North Carolina. So
we're getting a Buc-ee's right down the road from me.
Oh, you guys getting Buc-ee's down there? Nice.
Yeah.
We're getting a Buc-ee's in Goodyear. So probably about a year until we get one of those. But I'm not a big fan of extra large chicken nuggets that any of those places sell. Even if you put it in a sandwich with special sauce or whatever you call your sauce, your freaking mayonnaise and ketchup and Thousand Island dressing.
This is blasphemy. This is blasphemy.
Hate. This is hate. So my whole thing, it's probably a fast food thing. I'm just not a fan of fast food. I'll eat it because I have to, but it's like just to throw something in my stomach so I can keep on down the road.
Okay, what's your go-to if other restaurants are closed? Only thing that's open is burger joints, chicken joints, taco places. Where are you going?
Taco place.
And when I say taco place, keep in mind I'm saying Del Taco or Taco Bell.
Oh no,
or Taco John's.
Yeah, I'll find a small we have Filiberto's out here. I think they're Alberto's in Southern California. The Filiberto's out here. It's Gilberto's in Moab. It's the same place, and all these guys have the same menu. It's just photocopied with a different logo on it. So one of those are usually readily available everywhere. I think down in Tucson they call them Nico's. So choose your poison anywhere.
Okay, let's say one of those places is closed.
Say that doesn't exist. Del Taco is my number one.
Okay.
So I get French fries and a combo burrito.
Dude, the macho combo burrito, right?
No, just the regular combo burrito. No lettuce, no vegetables, just meat, beans, and sauce, cheese.
Yeah, it's the only place you can go. You can get a burger, fries, and tacos, and a burrito.
Yeah,
in the same sit down.
Yeah,
and it's fabulous.
Yeah. And then from there, it's something I can get virtually anywhere on the West Coast is Wiener Schnitzel.
I miss that place. Oh my God.
Yeah, you think about that one. I just couple chili cheese dogs with onions, and then the fries you just dunk in the chili.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have a
Tommy's
here,
so in forever.
Yeah, so that's. And when I say Wiener Schnitzel, if I have Wiener Schnitzel once a year, I'm good. But it's the idea that I know it's there, that I'm okay with it.
It's been probably 30 years since I've had Wiener Schnitzel.
It's been about a year for me, so maybe it's time.
Yeah. We need to just take a trip. I think we talked about this before. We need to just take a trip to California, Los Angeles area, and podcast each time we go to a different place.
Yeah,
we'll go to
the Food Chronicles.
Yeah, just document every single bite. Like, so this profile has onion, cilantro, and chorizo,
and a minor hint of cumin.
and it smells like marijuana from Hector in the back.
From the people behind us in line that just hotboxing in the van. So last time, I say this, probably 4 or 5 years ago in California, pull into Tommy's in Ontario by my mom and dad's house, and the car next to us, a little black car, total hotboxing, and there's 4 freaking teenagers in there just getting freaking piled in there. We walk in and they walk in behind us, and you just see the cloud. It was like Pigpen walking through. And you just sound like, holy hell, dude. Those dudes were ready to munch.
Oh my god.
But no, definitely we got to do chew louder.
Yeah.
Is the food side.
And another podcast idea for the show, we need to get Angel and Lamb Chop on at the same time.
Okay. I've never met Lamb Chop in person.
No? He's a character.
I hear all the stories. I see the videos. So I know it's going to be a good one. I've never met him in person.
I think we should call those shows the shit show if we ever do have it, because it's going to be a shit show.
Okay. So
we've got to schedule that.
All right, we'll get that done. So when I was in Utah, I forgot to tell you this last week. There was a podcast that was recording at the show. They pulled this little old school bus into the arena or the show center, and there was like an on air, and they were just in a bus, and they had a table with just microphones and stuff around it, and they were recording a podcast from this bus. We need a bus for our tour to go eat. Yeah,
that would be it. That would be the jam right there.
Either that or more of the style. You ever seen that show, Fuck That's Delicious?
Yes.
Yeah, they go out. Yeah. You know, they always do the in the Sprinter van. Everyone just comes out all freaking shit fucking faced, going to eat and talk shit. That would be a good thing to do on the West Coast.
Yeah, but I don't think I can visit California unless I can take one of my guns.
You can take it. We're just not going to tell anybody you're going to take it. Yeah.
The problem is, so my cousin is married to this guy, and his it's either his cousin or brother-in-law that is the Riverside County Sheriff.
Oh, Blanco. Sheriff Blanco.
Yeah. And he's issuing concealed carry permits like almost willy-nilly.
Oh yeah. He is him and Sheriff Lamb are the two West Coast. We're going against anything on the West Coast. We're taking this back to old Wild Wild West style.
So apparently he grants sometimes temporary concealed carry permits if this person has a concealed carry permit in the state that they're originated from.
Huh.
So,
but that's only Riverside County.
Yeah, but it's issued in Riverside County. It's still statewide.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to look into that, because, I mean, let's face it, there's crime all over the fucking place over there.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't matter what city it is. I'd feel better protecting myself, especially because of all the shit that I used to get into back then. I don't know if someone's going to recognize me. I doubt they will. I doubt they're even still alive, but just in case.
Just in case. We'll just not go into the old hoods. We'll just find some locations outside of the old hoods.
That's probably a good idea. We'll have to find a Shakey's that's in like Alhambra or some shit.
West Covina. There's one in West Covina.
No, we can't go to West Covina. Trust me, we don't want to go there.
See, I think Monterey Park is still open.
El Monte.
No, I'd rather go to Monterey Park.
Montebello.
There's not one in Montebello.
I know there is one in Cyprus.
There's Alhambra.
We'll be safe in Cyprus.
In Cyprus.
Yeah.
Actually, there's one in. There's actually a bunch of them in Northern California. Let's go to Northern California. What up, Buena Park? We can do Buena Park, and we go to Knott's.
There we go. Yeah, we'll have the fried chicken at Knott's Berry Farm.
And then no, we have to do comparison of Shakey's fried chicken and Mojo's versus Knott's fried chicken.
Ooh.
And then go ride some roller coasters at the full stomach of chicken.
That's fine with me.
And a milk,
my cousin and
milkshake.
My cousin and I, when we were like 12 years old, we went on Montezuma's Revenge. There was no one there this day at Knott's Berry Farm. There was nobody there. We did Montezuma's Revenge maybe like 25 times in a row.
Yeah.
Just to see if we could.
Yeah, there was a time we went, it was like night and there was no one in there. So it was they wouldn't let us just stay in the car for whatever reason. There wasn't people coming in, but we had to jump out, run all the way around and get back in line. I'm like, just let us go back over there. I mean, the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, the rules, we can't do it. Rules won't allow it.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, so dumb. Oh, we go to, there's one in Huntington Park.
Oh, fuck. No, we're not going there.
LA Cesar Chavez Boulevard.
Definitely not going anywhere on Cesar Chavez.
LA Olympic Boulevard.
There's two boulevards you don't go to, MLK and Cesar Chavez.
Yeah, anytime they name a street after a person of color, it's always in the ghetto. You're going to get shot.
Yeah. Or robbed.
Yeah, just
something.
Yeah.
So last week you kind of pushed me into an odd situation, and when I was talking about Texas rap,
I put you in an odd situation,
and you started tagging all the Texans friends that we have in common. I'm just like, dude, really?
I needed my backup. You got to know I love my Houston rap. They just get me into Texas, and I've known Jason Webb for a long time, and I've liked the Texas rap even before that, like Mike Jones. Before I met Jason, I remember being on Hawaii, and I was still selling research instruments, and we were in a Jeep, and Mike Jones was like just as the Mike Jones song was just out, and we were like driving through the island in this Jeep with the top off all through the town. It was.
Do you remember the phone number?
Yeah.
What is it?
You're gonna forget.
30904.
I know what it is. I'm like sitting going.
So speaking of Texas, a moment of silence for all of our friends in Texas that like watching porn. They can no longer watch Pornhub in Texas. Did you hear about this?
Everyone has a VPN. Come on. Come on.
Texas has blocked Pornhub because of they can't validate that the person that they're watching is over 18 years old. So Texas was like, all right, I guess no one in this state is going to be able to whack off to, stepbrother porn or stepsister porn. So moment of silence for all of our Texans, all of our Texas friends.
VPN.
They're gonna have to go over to X Hamster or RedTube or those other ones that don't get any of the traction. Might have to go back to looking at Playboy magazines or Hustlers and Jugs. Watching scrambled cable TV, the squiggly lines. I think I see a nipple.
You think someone could still find an old on box and get it to work?
Definitely these days, yeah. It's almost like an old Nintendo cartridge, just blow on.
Oh, geez. Let me go back to DVDs. Some VHS, some old porn on VHS.
Betamax. Those were the days. You had to walk into a room that had a curtain to rent your videotapes. And people knew what you were doing. They're like, look at this fucking sicko.
Yeah, everyone else
going in the back room.
Everyone else walks out with blue covers that have the logo on it. You walk up with this bright red or bright yellow cover. Like, okay, we know what section he was looking at.
Well, that's a vivid video if I've ever seen one.
Oh, geez.
Speaking of watching, I just finished watching this new series on Netflix, produced by Guy Ritchie. It's called The Gentleman.
The Gentleman. I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, it is fantastic. Are you a fan of Guy Ritchie?
Don't you know who he is?
Oh, wow. So have you seen Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels?
No. Oh, yes.
Have you seen Snatch?
Yes, that's the one with Alicia Keys, right?
No. It's they're British movies.
Oh no,
like
Snatch.
Snatch. You've seen Snatch. You've had to see Snatch. Has Brad Pitt.
The Dags. It's the Dags.
Yeah,
the Dags.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I've seen that one.
So that's directed by Guy Ritchie. Produced by GuyRitchie. He has a whole bunch of other movies that he's done along those same lines that are similar to Snatch, but obviously different storylines. So he just produced this series on Netflix called The Gentleman. It is awesome. Like, you get sucked in the first episode.
All right,
it's a must watch.
Okay,
but first, go watch Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Rewatch Snatch, and then watch The Gentleman. He's made other movies too, but those are my two favorite that he's done.
Yeah, I think I got.
Just because they're classics.
I think I got through half of Snatch.
That's one of my favorite all-time movies. I must have seen that movie dozens of times. Bulletooth Tony is in The Gentleman.
Who?
His name's Vinny. Forget his last name, but in Snatch he plays Bulletooth Tony. Come on, you're killing me.
You lose me on this shit.
This is what happens when you listen to Texas rap.
Probably. Texas rap.
It numbs you from everything else.
Yeah, because you've already reached the top. You don't keep shooting backwards.
Fucking Texas rap in their big cowboy hats and boots.
Don't get me on Mexican OT.
Oh, so okay. One of my friends just sent me a video of that guy. He is a strange bird.
He is a weird dude, but I can't stop listening to him.
So I will say this: he at least has decent lyricism.
Yes, he's.
It's not just nothing rap. He's just not talking about nothing. He's actually got a little bit of a dialogue going with what he's content with what he's talking about. So I can't totally hate on him. Unlike Insane Clown Posse and what was that other fucking guy's name? The Dolphin Kid.
Young Dolph.
Yeah. That dude's trash.
All right. So I've been kind of a shadow on social media, so I got to start looking at these comments on your profile now.
It got bad on different platform, and there's people saying, "Oh, people ride and die for Young Dolph." I'm like, well, they definitely died
on a different platform, or what platform?
On TikTok.
I don't do TikTok.
Yeah, neither do I. It was just a clip that I posted. But yeah, these Southern guys from Memphis, they have a hard on for this fucking Young Dolph. I don't understand it. Like, I mean, like it's seriously, I don't understand what's good about him. But hey, what do I know?
What do you know?
Yeah.
All right, I got to stop looking at these clips because I'm getting some teasers on what you and Angel talked about last week. So I'm like trying to get to it.
Oh, you know what today is?
It's Tuesday, right?
Yeah, it's the first day of spring.
No,
Yeah,
21st.
Today's the first day of spring. No, it's today.
That is the 21st.
I read it was today. I saw it on X, on Twitter. I really hope it is because I'm sick and tired of being cold. I'm ready for my grass to grow green.
Oh, because 2024 is a leap year. It's March 29th. It's March 19th.
Yeah, that's today.
Who knew? Okay.
I'm also ready for those Reese's peanut butter Easter egg cups.
I've already eaten those.
The best Reese's they ever made.
The egg-shaped one?
Yes.
So I have a conundrum with those. Is it the egg or is it the Christmas tree that's the best shape? I don't know. I didn't save the Christmas trees to do a comparison. I ate them all.
By volume,
fat ass.
I think the egg has more.
Has more what?
Has more peanut butter
than the tree?
Because there's no cutout. Yeah, there's no cutout, and definitely more than the pumpkin.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's how the shape of the tree and the egg that are better than the other ones. But those are like my toss up on. I don't know which one's better.
I'm going with the egg.
You're going with the egg, okay?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try to buy some extra eggs and see if I can hold them until Christmas.
That's not going to happen.
It's just like they didn't last from Christmas, and if it's even longer between Easter and Christmas, those aren't going to fucking last. My fat ass can eat them all. I'm going to be done by like the end of March.
What they need to do is just make some that are just like the cups but bigger, and just call them oversized holiday cups or something that has the same consistency and volume of those holiday ones, but for like every day, instead of the holiday package.
Instead of the ridges.
Yeah, we don't need those. We don't need the little the wax cups. We don't need them.
But how do you know you're eating a Reese's then if you don't have the cup?
Well, the Easter egg ones don't have a cup. They're just in a little thing.
They're in the white.
Wrapped.
They're in the white. No, they're in the white little half thing, aren't they? No, they're just in the wrapper.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm thinking of the marshmallow eggs. Have the little white paper that's folded around it.
Oh, Peeps.
No, it's the marshmallow egg. If you get like a marshmallow egg that's individual wrapped, there's like on a white piece of cardboard that has little flaps on it. It's like a little U shape.
Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow we're gonna do. Next week we're gonna have to do like the Easter candy version episode. So find your best candy.
Overall holiday candy. What's your favorite? Between Christmas, Easter, St. Patrick's, whatever.
What candy you get on St. Patrick's Day? Beer. Yes, St. Patrick's Day, I get beer. My favorite, beer.
Have you had king cake? Did you have any king cake this year?
No, we didn't. I've never had king cake. When we went to New Orleans, it was a day after Mardi Gras ended because we didn't want to go during Mardi Gras. So we ended up the day after, and there wasn't very many king cakes around. Although I did find that you can buy king cake mix that's pretty good and kind of make it yourself.
So I've had king cake quite a few times, and each time I've had it, I have to brush my teeth 20 times within an hour to get all that goddamn sugar out.
That's what I think. It's just total sugar.
Yeah, but it's so good.
I tried. I probably should have just got the one I saw and just bit the bullet on it.
And you got to eat the baby.
So holiday candy. I don't know. I think nostalgia.
Fruitcake.
No,
Is fruitcake a candy?
no, that's disgusting. It should be outlawed.
It should.
It should have been outlawed before freaking extended magazines. Before porn in Texas. Should have outlawed fucking fruitcake, dipshits.
You've got a valid fucking point.
No, as far as candy goes, I gotta do out myself on this one. So the worst candy probably in the world. If you remember going to your grandma's house and she had the heart candies that were in that bowl and they're all stuck together.
Oh, with the little writing on them, the Valentine's ones?
No. The hard candies, they are different colors and they weren't really they were sweet, but they looked kind of like a candy cane. It was like a pulled hard candy. And they were like different shapes and colors and stripes, and some of them had fillings, some didn't.
Mm-hmm.
That is probably like my addiction every year. They're not sold in stores anymore, so I have to order them on Amazon. It's like $20 for a stupid jar, and they're already old when you get them. But it's one of those things that reminds me of Christmas at my grandmother's house, or being at my grandmother's house, and it's like something I have to get all the time. And I went and bought a candy jar to put the candy in, especially for this, to remind me of what it was like in there. And that's probably the one thing that's my constant that I'd probably say is my favorite thing to do, favorite candy for a holiday.
So C's during the Christmas time, they make a box. C's candy, right?
Yep.
So they make a holiday box with nothing but nut clusters. And they're a little bit bigger also. So for me, it's either that C's candy or the Christmas tree or the egg. Yeah, it's got to be those. Something with a chocolate coating on it.
Yeah, I mean, of specialized candy, you only really get, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Easter and Christmas for candy that go hand in hand with that. I mean, Halloween, you get candy, but it's just a miniature version of the candy you get every day.
And when did Easter become the second fucking Christmas?
Fucking hell.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah, because I just went shopping for shit for my kids that are way too old to be getting a fucking Easter basket. And I was like, what are we getting?
We never had that when I was a kid. We got a basket that had a few toys in it or candy or nothing.
You got
coloring books, maybe.
Yeah, you got some of that shitty ass green grass on the bottom of the basket, some Palmer chocolate bunny that was hollow. You bit his ears and you got disappointed. You're like, oh, I thought this was all chocolate, and it's just like hollow. It's a giant fucking thing, right. But you bite it and there's nothing in there. I'm like, fuck this. It's shitty chocolate. Yeah, that sucks. You get
Peeps.
You get a couple Peeps, some black jelly beans, the bottom of the basket.
Maybe Pez.
Maybe a Pez dispenser in there. Maybe a couple extra eggs that mom and dad got drunk and forgot to hide.
Yeah.
And that was it. Maybe a couple like errant army guys that they bought a pack of them and threw them around to everyone. But that was it.
Right.
I mean, my kids are 17 and 22. We went and got them baskets, this grass that was like shredded paper, not just the regular grass shit. I thought
you were going to say you got them sod. Like there's actual grass in there.
No. We just put like an ounce of marijuana at the bottom.
Oh, wow. Will you adopt me?
No, I'm just kidding. No, it's like a paper grass. It's like, I don't know. And then she's getting him like gift cards and like all this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is this? She's like, oh, I got to find them kites. I'm like, these fucking kids don't fly kites. What are you buying a fucking a kite for? They flew a kite somewhere when we went camping. The kites are still in the trailer, but those aren't good enough. We got to buy new ones because it's for Easter.
This is insane.
I know. Fuck these kids.
It's intervention time. It's intervention time for Kim.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? It's intervention time for all wives because any man that's listening to this is going to have the same problem I'm about to bring up right now. Decorative pillows on your bed. Why do we need them, and why are there so fucking many? Are you trying not to get in trouble?
No, I'm counting. So,
there's that many. You have more than I do. He's still counting, folks.
there might be 11 pillows on the fucking bed.
God damn, what? And they'll have to be like,
There's a certain way.
There's a pattern, right?
Well, wait. It goes even beyond that. There's a pillowcase. If you have this pillow, because they're not all pillows are exactly the same. There's 3 different sets of pillows on the bed, and they go through rotation as they get used and get in their tenure in the house and get thrown away. So they're never all the same. So there's one, a light gray pillow that this pillowcase goes onto. You can't put the other pillowcase onto it because that's not what happens. It has to be this pillowcase on this pillow. And there's another one that's it has a I don't know, it's a soft cotton outside. It's white and I might have like gold color stitching on it. That one, this pillowcase goes onto it. And then the sham goes onto this pillow. And then this is her extra pillow. And then these are the decorative pillows. And then this is the sit-up pillow when she wants to sit in the bed and use her computer.
Holy cow.
And
you have it worse than I do.
And each one has to go in its own freaking thing. And don't put the wrong pillow in the wrong fucking case.
Who's making the bed in the morning?
Not me.
See, the rule in my house is if you're the last one out of bed, you make the rule. You make the bed.
You make the bed?
Yeah, if you're the last one out of bed.
Yeah.
So, not on purpose. I'm usually not the last one out of bed. Not just because of that, but just because I wake up early anyways. But so at night I'm usually the first one to bed, and I'll throw the decorative pillows on her side of the bed because I already know she's going to be making it. And I'm so old that I have to get up in the middle of the night to take a piss, and I don't want to be tripping.
You don't want to trip over him. Yeah, it's bad enough I got to trip over a dog.
So I'm already in bed, and she'll start grabbing the pillows and starts flinging them over on my side. I'm like, what the fuck? Those are your pillows. This was your idea.
Yeah. Those are your decorative pillows. Come on.
Why do we need so many pillows?
No
Who's
idea.
coming into your bed? Who's coming into your house and into your bedroom to say, "Oh my God, look at those pillows! They're so beautiful."
Yeah,
the pattern in the covers of them are exquisite.
The design, the contrast. Oh, I can't. The textures. Oh, it's all great. It's all great.
There needs to be a ban on this. Instead of a ban on magazines and instead of a ban on Pornhub in Texas.
Yes, a real ban, real laws. We need a real politician. Take care of the real issues.
Yes. These women need an intervention on decorative pillows.
And holidays and
Easter baskets for 17 and 20-year-olds that
don't need
them.
Yes, exactly. Jeez.
I was still like, I want an Easter basket. Ask Kim if she'll send me one.
All right.
And she says no. Tell her then she's not my friend anymore.
All right.
I don't understand this. Okay, so if you're going to be in the bed and you need this many pillows, why don't you just go to the couch if you're sitting up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or get a chase with the ottoman. It's probably a lot easier than taking all these pillows off or stacking them, or you know what I mean?
Her desk and her monitor are in the bedroom. She has a desk for working at home because she works at home every other week one day. Well, typically she's supposed to, but she doesn't really. But she has my old desk in our bedroom. She has a chair in there. She has an extra monitor. Everything is there that she needs. Her internet cables in there. Everything is in there, but she had this little sit-up pillow in there. There's like the little flap things, you've seen them.
Oh, the arms,
the little arm flaps in there, so you can put your arms on like that. She has one of those on the bed. I have a pillow, an extra pillow that I bought that I haven't been using lately because my shoulder's been not happy with it, so I just leave it off. But that just sits on the side. It doesn't even have a cover on it right now. It's just thrown in the freaking closet. So, but yeah.
Speaking of shoulders, my front shoulder, my left shoulder, has been sore as fuck. So I got my bow restrung, my compound bow. I got it restrung because the strings are starting to get a little bit worn out and frayed.
Mm-hmm.
And my neighbor just bought a bow, compound bow. And so we were out there over the weekend just flinging arrows for about an hour and a half. And he only has half a dozen arrows. I have about a dozen and a half. So I bring out all mine. He brings out his 6, and we're flinging arrows. And obviously I'm shooting more than he is. So the next day he comes over and he's like, "Hey, you want to go fling some arrows?" I'm like, "Dude, my fucking shoulder is fucked up right now. I need a break.
My pulling shoulder
Give me a day
hurts.
or two."
My pulling shoulder hurts.
But yeah, I looking forward to hunting this year with this bow. I just put some new stabilizers on it. I put a new sight on it. When I first bought it, it was kind of like a starter kit. It's a Bowtech Amplify, but it has just your basic 3-pin sight. It has a whisker biscuit, and I'm eventually going to be moving off of all that. So I just put on new sight. It's a 5-pin sight. I'm going to see how that goes. I might change that out later. Who knows? I might not like it. I might love it. Who knows? I just put new stabilizers on it, front and back or side, and I'm shopping right now for a drop rest instead. Get rid of my whisker biscuit because it's kind of beat after a year of using it. Mm-hmm. So I actually have. Hold on, I have it right here.
Just happen to have it here.
Well, because I just literally just put on some new stuff. I was tweaking on it a little bit earlier, and I haven't had a chance to take it back downstairs in the garage.
When who restrung it for you? The archery place? Is that the place local place you go to?
Yeah, Taylor's Archery in Tullahoma.
Okay.
It's not far from the George Dickel Distillery.
Ah, okay, nice.
Yeah, it's in Old Town Tullahoma.
So when they restring it, do they make sure the tension is what it should be as listed, or can you change the tension on the pole with this?
Yeah,
restring?
So I had it's the same poundage as it is when it went in.
Okay.
I'm going to increase it eventually to probably 70 pounds. It's 60 pounds right now. But again, my shoulder's really sore. And I want to build up some muscle there in certain areas that are the muscles that are being used the most for pulling. Until I do that, I don't want to increase the poundage of the bow. So, yeah, I really can't wait. There's been a lot of turkey, just yards from my front door. It's on public land. There's been deer that have been, I mean, obviously it's not deer season yet, but their migration pattern is right outside my front door, yards away. So I can definitely reach them if I'm in my garage. They're within 70 yards. I can definitely reach them. So if I creep out of my garage and walk just across the street, they're going to be within 40. So
you're just shooting them from across the street?
Yeah.
So you shoot it from across the street and then send it up on the street and then hit it with your car and just say you hit it with the car?
No, it's completely legal.
It's completely legal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bow, so it's not like I'm shooting a shotgun or a rifle.
Yeah. I know it's not a firearm, but I figured there was some sort of law in there.
Fuck no, this is Tennessee.
It's kind of like Arizona. I get it.
Yeah.
Wild West.
We do what we want here. And if a neighbor says anything, I'll be like, what? Go call the cops. They're going to tell you this. I'm not doing anything wrong. This is public land. This is public grounds. If it was private, the farm over, that's a different story. Then I'm trespassing, but I'm not going to go over there unless I get permission, which I can. And I probably will seek permission. Just because I know I can get a better shot when I'm on his land.
Yeah.
Because there's a creek that divides my subdivision and this farmer's land, and that's the migration pattern that these deer are taking. Is they're crossing his land, they're going to the creek, they're getting a little bit of a drink, and then they're continuing on. So if I can just get just a couple of feet onto his property, I'll have a better line of sight to the creek where they're getting their drink.
Do you need access into his land?
No, because there's no gate or fence. There's just assigned private property.
So if you shoot first, it's yours.
Well, if I shoot from, okay, so here's the thing. The law is I can still shoot within my subdivision if I'm 100 yards away from a house or dwelling.
Okay.
So I would have to be another, I would say 20 yards from the cul-de-sac where I live into his property to be legal to shoot the rifle or shotgun.
Yeah, but arrow, you'd be okay.
Arrow's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Things you know.
Yeah. So according to my friend Matt Loxley, if I do shoot one on public land, I'm perfectly okay to track the animal onto private property. I don't necessarily. It's in good taste, and it's recommended to get permission to go onto the property to retrieve the animal, but it's not necessarily required. He may have that wrong. I may have it interpreted incorrectly. So I'm going to have to check on that before I actually do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust Matt Loxley in law.
You have a point.
Maybe pharmaceuticals. He might get some good intel from Caitlin, but not about the law. He's not a lawyer.
Yeah. Yeah. He's not much of anything these days.
His dad's not even a lawyer. His dad's a dentist. His dad a dentist?
His dad's not a dentist.
Chambliss' dad was a dentist. He's a vet.
Yeah.
He's a vet.
He's a vet.
He's a vet. No, I'm backwards with Chambliss' dad was a dentist and Matt's is a vet.
Yeah. What happened to these guys as children? Chambliss runs a shop and Matt just builds roofs.
Yeah, it's a.
I mean, even with my dad, he works in aerospace, and here I am on a fucking podcast.
Yeah, but you kind of work a professional kind of job.
Yeah, I guess.
Huh?
It is what it is.
My dad owned his own business, and here I am owning my own business.
And giving your adult children Easter baskets.
Well, that's my wife that works for the county. That's her job. She has a nice cushy county job. So
I expect a Pez dispenser, a Spider-Man, and some Pez.
A Spider-Man
Easter basket.
All right. Okay.
And some Reese's eggs.
Okay. Oh, yeah. What about, so the girls love Cadbury mini eggs.
Oh, with the caramel in them.
No, not the cream eggs. Not the Cadbury caramel eggs. They're called, what are they?
The malted ones?
Yeah, they're just like little. Maybe they're malted. I don't know what the hell they are. I don't like them. They're like mini eggs. They're called Cadbury mini eggs. I don't know if they're chocolate filled or malted filled. I don't know. I'm not a fan.
There is some really gross candy out there.
Yeah, there is.
Like black licorice. Ugh.
Anything black licorice. It's terrible.
Yeah. Can't do it.
So one thing I was watching, speaking of black licorice, the History Channel does the foods that built America, and they did one on soda. So the first sodas that they did at like soda fountains were black licorice because that's what people had a taste for. I'm like, that was what you went to a freaking soda fountain for, was black fucking licorice. Like, they just didn't have ass.
Thank God for Mountain Dew.
I'm like, oh geez. So then like first real soft drink, but like that's kind of reported is root beer. The Hires guy did root beer, and then Dr. Pepper came along shortly after that, and then Coca-Cola came across and killed them all.
Do you remember Jolt Cola?
Yes.
That was banned too. Why are they banning all the good shit? Pornhub, high capacity magazines,
and Jolt was
super sugar soda.
Jolt was outlawed because it had too much caffeine, but I mean, you could have Monster.
Look at Red Bull now.
You have Red Bulls, you have Monsters, you have every like imaginable option with caffeine that you could possibly infuse into something, and it's out there.
They need to bring back Jolt.
I believe they did.
Did they really?
Yeah, but I think it was already beyond, because you had energy drinks and other stuff that was already more potent than what it was. So it can't really do too much.
Yeah.
I'll have to check when I go to the soda place and see if they have a Jolt, so you can get that in your Easter basket. Jolt in your Easter basket.
Ooh, hell yeah! Can't wait for those dreams. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up from here. Shout out again to the new followers. We seem to be gaining quite a bit of followers each week, so I appreciate that. So shout out to you guys. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can listen to us on Spotify, iTunes. You can watch us on YouTube, and also now on YouTube podcast. We're on iHeartRadio, Amazon Podcast, Google Podcast. So a lot of ways to listen to us, a lot of ways to watch us. So keep up the good work, folks.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I actually going to end up watching an episode finally, a second one. So thanks you guys for watching, listening, for all this crazy stuff. I wouldn't listen to myself, but it's just me.
I hate my voice. All right, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for listening. See you next week.